Hi, everybody. Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food on Facebook and YouTube. Now, I want it duly noted that the pink matches here because, excuse me, as I walk in the dark, I want to make sure that I'm color coordinated just in case the fashion police are lurking on the corners. The streets were noticeably absent today of any people or traffic. It is Christmas morning. It is now 6:13. And as I was walking and I was listening to this brilliant woman talking about the addiction to sugar, the thought for the title of this topic came over me. Now, recently we did the 5 different parts leading up to the addiction. And so here's my question for the topic for today. If knowledge is power, then how come so many of us are powerless over our food choices? Now, I won't get into the political part about this where, General Mills and Kellogg's and all of that stuff are in the back pockets of the farmers with the subsidies to the, oh my God, what are they called? The ones down in Washington that are paid millions and millions of dollars to sway the senators. Oh, wow, that's funny. I lost it. But anyway, so if knowledge is power, why are we so powerless over our food? Do you know that this food industry diet thing, not even the food industry, the diet part of our culture is a $30 billion a year business? That's amazing. It's scary. So, I've said this in every 12-step program that I've been in, and I will say it about Overeaters Anonymous. I am so grateful that I am addicted to food, that I am an overeater, and that I found OA and all the subsequent ones. I am so glad that I found Weight Watchers, and I am so glad that now I practice the low-carb, high-fat, meaning oils and butter and nut butters, not necessarily a ton of animal product. So I'm so happy that this journey has given me an awareness that I can deal with. Aren't we all lucky that we can be here? Think of the people in denial that don't even have a clue, one, about the size that they're in, 2, about any of their body things, that they're probably pre-diabetic, if not diabetic. The metabolic syndrome is going to happen to them. I think of how lucky we are. We may not get it right for a good long time, but look at the chance that we have once we're here. Not just here, but I mean with the knowledge that we have a problem with our choices. We could be food addicts and not just somebody with a little habit that we need to alter. Bless you if you just have a little habit that you have to alter. Those people that go to the gym and knock back the 10 pounds they put on at Christmas because they hoovered every single thing in front of them. No. That's amateur night for us, right? The season of Christmas is really amateur for us because we're fighting it every other day. Like April 6th. We could overeat on April 6th because we don't really have as much power over our food choices unless we're paying attention. And how do we pay attention? We become accountable not just to ourselves, but to others. Like I'm accountable here. If you're in a Weight Watcher meeting, not just online, you're accountable there. If you're on some of the Weight Watcher Facebook pages, you can be accountable there. If you're on my channel and watching my stuff, you can tell on yourself. We frequently put open the confession booth for you to admit. And isn't this, what it's all about? I mean, in 12-step programs, we admit we were powerless and our lives had become unmanageable. Hello? It's only magnified and enhanced this time of year because all of those triggering things are around us in abundance with the food pushers, right? They don't want to see you say no. They don't want to see you be abstinent with your food plan. They don't want to see your cute little body not suffer what they are. They don't want to hear that you didn't wake up bloated and feeling like a beached whale the day after the binge. They don't want to hear it. But you want to take care of yourself. And so you don't want that bloaty, yucky. You've already been there. And hopefully it taught you something. You know, maybe it took 40, 50 years to come out of it. Like for me, I mean, you know, I nurtured my food addiction. I did. I fed it. And I called it a better bad choice because I wasn't drinking, because I wasn't shopping, because I wasn't just doing all the stupid, dumb addictions that I had. So it was a better bad choice, even if the choices that I were making was really bad for my health and I was getting bigger and I was just feeling gross. But I was addicted. It didn't matter that I felt gross after eating the gross stuff, the junk, the processed, the refined sugars. Isn't it funny that in culture you want to learn how to be refined, but eating refined flours and sugars and processed foods are the danger? You know, you want unrefined coconut oil. You don't want refined coconut oil. It's just kind of funny that that has a hoity-toity connotation to it until the food manufacturers get a hold of it. And so, so our addiction, if you're lucky to recognize your addiction and your powerlessness over it, then you're here and you're doing something about it. And you're tracking your food, or you're writing your food down, or you're committing to somebody else what you're going to eat or not eat during the day. You're making, if you're doing the shopping for yourself or your family, you're making the choices when you go out there. You know, you're not bringing home something, wink, wink, for somebody that doesn't have a food issue or a weight issue in your family, thinking that it's safe from you. You know it's not. It's going to be triggering. It's going to be talking, whether it's in the freezer or the fridge or the cabinet. It's going to talk right through all those barriers. I've had ice cream talk to me from the freezer. You know, 3 rooms away. Come and eat me. Because I'm an addict. I am a food addict, and I am powerless. I am powerless over my binge foods, my could become a binge food, my bad habits. I'm powerless over all of that until and unless I deal with it on a daily basis, sometimes a meal-to-meal basis. You know, I'm going to work today. My lunch is packed. I'm not going in there and saying, oops, I forgot my lunch. Oops, I'll just eat what you guys eat. No, I can't do that. And I've gotten so used to the comments about, come on, eat this. Nobody ever got fat from ham or turkey. And I'll say, I'm going home to a meal, thank you very much. And so I've just gotten good at what I have to say. You know, when people are overeating and binging, maybe you've been around them, especially this past month or so, they want company. They don't want you as the reminder that you're mindful 24/7, 365, right? If you're a food addict like I am, you can't take a couple of days off. You can't. You might, and then maybe, if you're lucky, you'll come back. But as long as you've got emotions up here, you've got guilt, loathing, remorse, disgusting feelings about yourself. Remember that, who is it? C.K. Lewis, is that his name? Yeah, I think it is. He says he doesn't eat until he's full. He eats until until he hates himself. Hello, my hand is up. Maybe even both of my hands are up. I know that feeling. I never even knew my full button until just recently with my low carb, high fat food plan. I'm able to be satiated. So anyway, if you are an addict through and through, you have to know that just because knowledge is power doesn't mean that you don't have to practice it. It's like, I'm smart enough to know I shouldn't be eating this cake. Well, good for you. Let's have the parade. Knowledge is power, but we are still powerless over our food choices unless we're paying close attention. And what I can't eat or can eat may not look anything like what you can eat or can't eat on the plate. But we figure out what works for us and we go with it. And we find the tribe of people and doctors and nutritionists and nurses and even our own doctor, who's usually, mine have always been overweight and male and told me I need to lose weight. Oh, thanks, doc. So now I have female nurse practitioners and I couldn't be happier. Not that this is sexist, it just ends up that way. You know, that they understand the female psyche, I think, with food addictions, even though there's plenty of male overeaters too. So anyway, you know, we have the knowledge. Okay, that's up in our head. Thank you. It's great. Okay. But we need to constantly wash our brain with that we are powerless over our decisions. That's why 12-step programs are so successful. That's why a lot of you go to Weight Watchers and weigh in. That's why a lot of you, when you obtain your maintenance with Weight Watchers, you still go week after week because you can't trust your brain to make the right decisions, right? We need to brainwash our head with that we need constant supervision. The food world is a bad neighborhood. You can't go there. You really need to pay attention. Knowledge is power, but we're powerless over our decisions unless we pay attention. So have a wonderful day, a bit of a Sarah Smackdown, and thanks for listening. Wouldn't it be nice, won't it be great, to get to the first of the 2016 and know that you were successful all the way through from Thanksgiving to New Year's Day? Isn't that a great feeling? Or wouldn't it be a great feeling? You can have that great feeling. Just stay tuned, do what you need to do, pay attention, and be good to yourself. I'll see you on the next video. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Bye-bye for now.